Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome to another cook with me video or what's for dinner video. I actually haven't done one of these in quite some time. So tonight I am making a recipe that I found from eatingwell.com. This is called 20-minute creamy tomato salmon skillet and it looks so good. So I actually posted this on my What I Eat in a Day video a couple days ago and it was so good I wanted to make sure to put this video up. This is 3 points on Weight Watchers, 436 calories from my calculations. Always make sure you plug it in yourself. 31 grams of protein, and for those of you watching carbs, it is 7 net carbs. So let me jump into the video and share with you how easy this is to make. So this is going to make enough for 4. And over here I have 4 pieces of salmon. I've already skinned them, but you could leave the skins on and then just after you cook them, you can kind of peel the skin off if you want. I have a zucchini here that I kind of cut into moon shapes, just cut it in half lengthwise and then slice it. I have 2 ounces of cream cheese. I have a half a cup of onion. We're also going to need some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, 1/3 cup of dry white wine. If you don't like to cook with alcohol, you can just use like the cooking wine that they sell in the store. And then I also have a can of diced tomatoes. The other things that we're going to need is just some regular salt, pepper, olive oil, and some fresh basil. So the basil is going to go on at the end. So for the salmon, you just pat it dry and then sprinkle it with about 1/8 teaspoon each of salt and pepper. I just kind of put salt and pepper on each side. In a large skillet, heat a tablespoon of oil. Now the recipe calls for olive oil. I like to use avocado oil when I cook my salmon, but use whatever oil you prefer. And then we're going to add the salmon and cook it until the one side is browned and it releases easily from the pan. So it's usually anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes depending on the thickness of your salmon. One of the things that I learned over the years with salmon, you can kind of watch it cooking. So you can see there's like a white line at the bottom. Once that gets up to about halfway, that's when I usually flip them. And also it looks like there is going to be quite a bit of olive oil. So honestly, you probably could just use like half a tablespoon now and then half a tablespoon with the vegetables. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to see how much oil is left in here and I'm probably not going to add any with the vegetables. So instead of this recipe having 2 tablespoons of oil, I'll just use 1 because it looks like there's going to be still plenty in there. Okay, so as you can see, that's about halfway up. So I'm going to go ahead and flip these now. Now I'm just going to let them cook for maybe another 2 minutes on this side. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside. And like I said, I still have quite a bit of oil in there, so I'm just going to use that. So I'm going to add the onion and the zucchini. And then I'm just going to let that cook. I'm going to stir it, and I'm just going to cook it until it starts to soften for maybe about 3 minutes. All right, those are looking good. So now I'm going to increase my heat to medium-high and add the wine. And I'm going to cook that and stir that until the liquid has almost evaporated. And that should take about 2 minutes. Next, I'm going to add in the tomatoes, the cream cheese, which is 2 ounces of cream cheese, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then the remaining salt and pepper, which it says the remaining 1/8 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Again, I'm just going to put some salt and pepper in there. So now I'm just going to bring it to a simmer and cook it, stirring it until the cream cheese is melted. Finally, I'm going to return my salmon to the skillet, and then I'm just going to top it with the sauce. I'm going to remove my pan from the burner, and before I get that plated, I have some fresh basil. I'm just going to chop this up. So now I'm plating this. I've got 2 plates for my husband and I, and then this just gets topped with basil. The other 2 servings I'm going to save for lunch for tomorrow. And this is what it looks like. This is so incredibly good. I can't even describe how good. I mentioned in my What I Eat in a Day video, my husband said this one tops any salmon recipe that he's ever eaten. So we will definitely be having this one on repeat. So let me know in the comments what your favorite salmon recipe is to make. I hope you enjoyed this Cook With Me video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.